Hi everybody, so this is going to be a video regarding the setup that I use for competitive programming. So recently I started doing competitive programming in Python, and I really wanted to have a local setup for trying and solving different problems. So this is a very basic setup that I have done using Visual Studio Code, and it is very effective also. So first thing that you have to do is make sure that you have the plugin of language whatever you want. So this is the plugin for Python. Make sure that you have this installed. For C++ there will be a different plugin, and so just make sure you have this. Then from here you can open folder, whichever folder that you have decided to save your codes into. So I have already opened up my folder. So CP is the name of the folder, and this is existing code folder that I have made. So make sure that you have a different folder for each code that you're doing. So let's create a new folder. Let's name it say P1. So this is going to be my folder, and here I'm going to be placing my code files and input output files. So let us create a file here. Let's name it code.py. We also need two text files in the same folder. So one is going to be input.txt, and there will be one more which will be output.txt. So yeah, now we have three files here. Now the next thing that we are going to do is we're going to make sure that it looks very nice, and in one glance you can change your inputs and view the outputs for it. In the current setting you are going to have to always switch between different tabs. So let us just go to view, editor layout, and split screen. So the split does not look very good, but this is how it should be. So in this split we like to have our code file, so we'll just shut the other window. So here we're going to place our code. Here we're going to have input and output. So we input and output. It'll be better if you can see the input and output in one go. So we're going to further split this, split down. So yes, I prefer having my input at the top and output at the bottom. So this is how the setup looks currently. So here you can code, and you can change your inputs here and view the output here. So there is one more small step that you have to do. I'll paste this from there. So this is what I was trying. So this is the name of the folder. So it'll be cp1 because this is my current folder. So yeah, now basically what we're doing here is we're going to tell Python that you have to take input from this file input.txt and put the output in the output.txt. So whatever input function that you use for taking inputs will be executed on this and not regularly as we do from the keyboard, and the output will be written to output file. So that is how it's going to work. Now I'll try to just pull up one of the codes that I did on CodeChef. Let's go to my submissions and pick up a Python code just for trial sake. So and paste the code here. Make sure that you're saving it all the time. Also let us just put the test case. So you get these test cases, right? We want to be having such a setup which is going to take it automatically, and make sure that you save input every time you make a change. So that will be indicated by this little small dot here. So when you save it, it goes. So then you know that you have to make sure that everything is saved. So the next step is just simply run it. Yeah, so this is how it's going to be looking. You'll see your errors here, and it'll take input from here and put the output here. So suppose I want to change anything, let's say this. Make sure you save it and run your code from here. Yeah, so this changes. So this is the best setup, I think. You don't have to rely on any online compilers. Online compilers can be slow. Also there is a big issue of security. I have myself faced plagiarism because of the set. I was not familiar with the settings, so I put my code out there and did not change the privacy settings, and that is why it got copied. And I never thought that something like that would be happening to me, but it did happen. So after that, I was really wanting to have a good local machine setup, and this is how I got this done for myself. You can do the similar setup for C++ also. If anybody is interested, I'll make a video for C++ as well. So thank you very much.